Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. I am working on Mandy. I'm just gonna name my journals the girls' names. So Mandy is going, been thinking about the cover, and the inside cover I believe I want to use these two sheets I'm gonna need two sheets to do the inside cover and for the backdrop of it. However, my ink keeps coming off onto my hands, and this is days after I've printed. I have ironed them. I did it with parchment paper on top, and then I did it without parchment paper at all, and it's still coming off quite a bit. I mean, I'm hoping that the ink eventually sets so Mandy's hands don't get stained every time she plays with her journal, although there's going to be stuff on it. She's not going to be handling it in the same fashion that I am. There's going to be things on the edges, but it's still going to be, you know, the dark ink. So what I'm going to try before I do that, I have a sheet here that, I have a sheet right here that I only printed on one side. And I'm going to try and put one of these both down, high gloss and matte medium, just to seal it, to see what happens. Because I use my Epson printer, the ink, it moves, but since I heat set it, I'm hoping I can put these on without moving it at all or too much. So let's see. And then I decided I grabbed both of them, so I wanted to see which one I liked better. So what I'm going to do is pour some on this side and put some on this side, this one, and I'll put the other one on this side. I'm going to go ahead and take the sound off. I'm going to put it in a little bit fast speed so that I can move through this. It's going to take me a minute. All right, hang tight. It's drying pretty good. So this is the matte. I like them both. So I do like a little bit of shine. I like a combo of both things, I think. Isn't that pretty? Like, it gives it kind of a, it's almost like a vinyl feel. Both of them, actually, they both have a vinyl feel to them. All right, let me do something else. I was working on the journal cover. I think I've just shown you a little bit of a fast speed of that. All right, so here I go. Now it looks kind of funky right now because I want the bubble wrap on the outside. I decided I want the squishy feel on the outside because it's kind of wasted on the inside. I don't know if that makes any sense. Well, I was looking for some fabrics to put on the outside of this. And I came across this really pretty blue one, and I thought, I don't know, I mean, like, it's a really purple in here, but would this blue look nice? I do think it will. So let me show you, my friends, what I looked at. This is how I looked at it. I just kind of folded it over to get an idea, and then I had these, and I thought, wouldn't that be pretty if that was like the page on the inside? But I don't want this moon to get lost in the crease of it. So I did two sheets of this. my gosh. I'm gonna try and get this pinned here with paper clips so we can. All right, good enough. Now, whew, breaking out a sweat here. Okay, so see if I cut it and it was more like that, or even like that, I feel like there's gonna be pockets on the side, so this is gonna be covered up, but I like that moon. It doesn't really matter, but so for now, I'm just gonna set it that way. But I was thinking that I would like to put maybe this, this on there, this glossy finish. But then this would be glossy, that would be matte. Doesn't matter, I don't think it matters. Keep moving forward. Moving forward, I think I like the matte there. And this is what I had seen with the blue. I feel like, see how it's got those really pretty blues? I think it's gonna work. And then the outside of it will be the nice dark. It still has that really moody colors that I feel like this is very moody and pretty, and just, there's blues in it, and I think the covers are gonna help pop some of these blues out. Yeah, I really like that. So I'm gonna go through just a couple of these pages. See, there's like that blue again. Here's some more of that blue. This is not the color palette that she gave me. I think I found it. I wanted to show you guys, like, so this is what she gave me. And that's the one I found. Okay, this is the one that she actually gave me. I guess it kind of goes together. I just dumped everything on the floor. So there's that one. And then here's some of the lavenders. Here's the blue that she chose, but it's a grayish blue, but it's called Goblin. But I think these all still work nice. And since they're the color tabs that she had gotten, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna use them in her journal. So I still have them in her little pack there. And then here's the ones that I picked out for her when I went on my own, trying to find the same colors, but in colors that I felt like was a little bit more that I could work with the journal, with the kit that I chose. And I think these are them too. So yeah, I think it's a success. Oh my gosh, I just keep dumping all the papers off to the side. They're just like flying, like. All right, so I like those those colors. I also printed some of that same, where'd it go? This one right here. I also printed it on fabric. So I thought, well, maybe I'll just do fabric on the inside. But I struggled with my fabrics, tearing them after I printed them. And, whoops, not that way. But I do kind of like it. And I wanted to see how that looked. I mean, I felt like that just gave it another texture for the inside instead of just paper. I do like it. And you know what, even if it does, even if it does, oh my gosh, like I have that there. I don't have to put a pocket on the back side here. I don't have to put any pockets on them at all, really. Isn't that pretty? I don't know. So I think what I would do is I would sew this first. Does it need a stitched edge? I don't know if I could do it very well. I think I would not sew this piece, but I would definitely attach and sew this on before I, or does it even need to be stitched? I like stitching though. I like stitching. Dilemmas. So I think for now I'm not going to do any stitching. I like these pieces. Oh my gosh, this takes me forever. All right, let me get these things picked up. This is a fabric piece. I can make something else with this one. It's too small for that. And if I did do the paper, I feel like I would definitely do stitching if I had the paper. But the fabric with that torn edge, I don't think I need to do the stitching for what I'm liking. I also found a few little pieces of fabric I could use, but also I didn't want to have just a plain old blue cover. So I thought, let's go get some of this. Remember this dress that I bought? Anybody? This pretty dress? I got it at the thrift store, and I got it because I liked this blue lace on there, and it also had like this really cool blue netting. So let's cut this up a little bit here and see what's going to happen. Let me move this out of the way, and then we're going to just cut this dress. Why not? I'm going to just chop it into pieces. There's probably an easier way to get this off, but I think a lot of times it involves that seam ripper thingy, and that's a lot of extra work on my hands. So I'd rather just, for me, it's just easier to cut the pieces, have a rough cut. All right, I decided I'm gonna go ahead and commit to putting the fabric on here. I'm gonna glue it down. I'm gonna sew it around the edges. I'm gonna put that fabric on there. I'm really liking, I did cut that dress up quite a bit. I'm not really sure what I got on the camera. This is not really a start to finish per se that I'm gonna do every single step on camera, but it's going to be, the full process will be, not the full process. How am I saying that? How am I supposed to say that? I will be building this on with you guys, but I won't be able to do every single piece. I did pull this off. I like this little skirty piece right here. I need to decide how much I want. I'm going to put it right there. I did trim up that lace from the dress. I cut a piece of the bottom off because I like that scallop part. I think I'm liking it kind of like up in here and then wrapped around and then maybe tucked in there. The front is very dark. I haven't decided what I'm going to do to brighten it up. I don't know. I just don't know yet, but I know I can't move any further until I get this down. So let's just get that going on. And I can take all these. I've been saving the purple paper clips for Mandy's stuff. I throw it in a box. And that way, if I work on more than one journal at a time, I know whose is whose. Okay, and I decided I keep going back and forth on this too, but I'm fairly confident I want the fabric on the inside because I think I want this to flip over on the inside. I can do it also with the paper. It'll still look fine. Oh, see, I just don't know. Where'd that one go that I glossied up? We got it all glossy. See, I think I would use the matte if I did that, but I don't even know that I'm going to do that. All right, so let's go ahead and get this glued down. Let's move all this stuff out of my way. All that nice ironing I did, I'm just throwing it to the wind. I spent probably 2 hours ironing all the papers to heat set. Hopefully that was heat setting it enough. I mean, I don't feel like as much ink is coming off. Maybe it takes a minute. I already cut my fabric down and I didn't really measure it. I know that I want to fold it over. I have one envelope. I have one piece of the bubble wrap. I don't have an entire like package. So I feel like overlapping this on the edges isn't going to be that big of a deal. But I don't know. We don't know for sure. I want them to cover my corner. So here's my thing, friends. I want to fold this down because I want this piece to come as far down as possible and this one because I want my fabric to cover it. And then I want to do, but I also want to do a mitered edge. So to do that mitered edge, I do know that I struggle with that. And it's because I try to do things not in the right order. I really think that's what it is. So what I'm going to do, I don't know how much is on camera. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get my thing lined out on how much I want on both sides here. And center it this way as well, as best as I can. Doesn't have to be exact. And then I'm going to follow this little trick here that I've seen people do. And they take, you know, how much do you want to come over? Oh, I don't have a lot of this fabric. So What if I cut it wrong and I don't have this whole thing covering? That's my thing. How do I do it? I know I need that, and then when this comes over, see, so I want that, and I want that. This fabric is really thin. I really don't think it's gonna add that much bulk. Do I just go for it? But this part would go down first, and then this part would go like this. Yeah, you know what? What's the worst that can happen? Are those famous last words? Let's see. I think I'm going to turn this around, though, only because of that little wrinkled edge. I feel like I'd rather fight with it down here than up on the top. Because at the end of the day, if I put a pocket on there, it would, if there was something here bulking, that would be under the pocket. That's kind of what I'm thinking about, like that. All right. Kind of. Let's just do this. And then maybe just like lightly tap, just lightly. So many threads everywhere. Okay. Yeah, I think what I need to do is just be just gentle touches and not smush the glue through it, right? I think that's what I just heard somebody do. Can't remember who it was though. She said, I was watching before I went to sleep and I fell asleep with the video on. So, but I remember hearing that right before I went away to Night Land. I remember hearing her say, you don't have to be so, just gentle. Because it's glue, it's gonna stick. Just give it a minute. Okay. Now, I want to do my corners, and so I think I'm just gonna put some glue on the tip of my fabric right here for now, and then I definitely want this corner to be glued down, so I'm gonna go like that. And I've never done this before this way. I'm just going with the flow of my glue. I know that every time I try to do my mitered corners, I'm never making it the way I want it. So I'm not going to do the same thing I've been doing because it hasn't worked. And it doesn't work for me. It works for other people because they know what they're doing. But I think maybe I second guess myself too much. I don't know. But whatever it is, it doesn't work. So I'm going to quit. I'm going to get off the insanity wheel and just try something different. I mean, if I'm going to go crazy, I'd rather be doing something different than the same old thing over and over again. Let's have some fun. Okay, and then that would come down like so, right? There, yeah. Okay. All right, it looks easy. It sounds easy. Is it easy? We don't know. I'm going to, maybe if I put a little bit of glue there just to kind of keep, make it like an iron to seam. Iron it out here. There we go. All right. Now I did that because when I pull it down, I feel like it's going to give me more control, and it does. Okay. But see, I was smushing. wasn't patient, and I was smushing it, so I have a glue spot there, and then I have one on the other side too. All right, let's do this side. Since I feel confident I got that part down. It's funny sometimes when I do stuff or I make stuff or when I'm done and I give it to somebody, I feel like they think I have a lot more confidence than I actually do. You know, but at the end of the day, I really do like what I make. So generally, there's a couple of things I was like, nope, out, done. But let's just see. And I'm definitely one of those people where I don't feel creative every day. I want to feel creative every day, but I don't. And I cycle every month with creativity. I have a creative cycle. So that was one of the hardest things about working full-time. And see, that's pretty bulky there, isn't it? I might be able to cut that down a little bit. Working full-time is that if I was slammed at work, or if I couldn't stop, I couldn't just say, oh my gosh, I'm on my creative cycle. I can't go to work today. I wish I could have done that. So, I don't know. All right, all that cutting. I feel like I want it like this. I don't like that I'm wasting all this lace, but I want it to lay like this. That I know. And I still haven't committed yet if I'm gonna do paper. I think I like the paper, but I'm not sure if it's because it's the uniform shape of it. I don't know. Or if I want the fabric. Whoops. I haven't committed to. So I feel like the paper is good. I like the paper because it's darker. That's what it is. Okay, so if I put the lace on there like that from the dress on the inside, it's going to cover where folded, which is fine since I didn't do it perfect. I haven't got that nailed down yet. And then when I flipped over the top of it, it's all cut uneven, and I like that. So when the journal is open, it has that. So now I have that kind of going on, and then I have these ruffles hanging out at the bottom. I'm liking that. I do like that. And I thought about putting this fabric on the front, but it's kind of like pointless. Like I already put fabric on there. No, I want it to be more plain. Then there was this edging of the dress that I cut, and this is just all the pieces that I cut off of it, but I like the way all this rough cutting looked. I mean, can you see that? It looks pretty cool. It looks purposeful almost, but it's not. I mean, it is, but it isn't. And I thought that would be kind of cute at the bottom, at the side. Come on, come down. I mean, not the side though, no. But at the bottom, I like that. And then I can put something right here, maybe like a book plate or something. I don't know. But that's where I'm going to go for now. So I'm going to go ahead and clean my desk up for a minute. So, and pull only the pieces that I really want to play with right here. I'll be right back. All right, I got my desk cleaned up. I swept my floor because I couldn't even move my chair anymore. And now I'm going to just commit to getting this lace down. This I know for sure I want. I left a little bit of this tulle out just to see if I wanted it. I don't know yet if I want that also on the bottom. We don't know. It won't go underneath. I've got a couple of these pieces. The trims, I grabbed that longer one off, and this is another part of that under that dress. This is more softer. It's not like this is the tool that, you know, that how it grabs everything. It's always stuck to you. That's that kind. This is the more softer one. I don't know what the names of them are, but I like this one also. So I left this one out here to play with. And then I did tear some of these strips of that real, I don't know what the fabric is called, but it's like, it reminds me of like the saris, not saris. I don't know what they're called, but anyways, I like it. I got it. I tore some strips of it. All these are from underneath pieces of that pretty blue dress. So there's that. I pulled another bit of that lace. Here's another piece of that lace that has the scalloped edge. And here's another little strip that was cut off, things like that. So I have those there. But this I do know I want it down. So I'm gonna put this down. My thing is this. I'm pretty sure I want to sew, of course, before I lay this down, because I want this to I want to glue this down and just let it set. And then that part, I'm going to flip it over, right? And I don't want that sewn. I don't think I want it sewn. I think I want freedom. Because if I sew it, yeah, I don't know. What do you think? I'm going to be doing it. I'm asking you, what do you think? But it's going to be done because I have to make a decision. Why are they so hard? You think I was naming a kid or something? All right. All right. Let's lay this down. I decided to go with just the one sheet. I am going to do the paper. All right. I got it sewed around, and I used I don't know if you can see it very well, but it's the, this one. And I realized after I was sewing it that I'm covering the whole top part up, so it was a waste of stitching effort, but that's okay. I didn't have to switch anything around, and that's fine. And so it did pull like my glue through. I can see that. I'm not gonna worry about cleaning this up because that lace is gonna hide it. I grabbed my little glue eraser thingy here, and it seems to be working. However, I did pull a couple of the threads, so I have to be mindful of that. So on the sides here where it possibly could show, I'm just trying to grab the little glue goobers off. I snagged this off of a journal that I bought. I was looking, it was hanging there and I seen it and it had that, abalone look, stone, and I thought that'd be pretty on Mandy, so she can have it. And I feel it's okay, intermingling things. Let's see. And if I pull a thread, I can show you, like right here when I was cleaning it up, I grabbed the thread and I yanked it, but that's all right. I'll put something there. It'll be glued down. It'll help secure that in place. Probably something like, right now, off the top of my head, I'm thinking, like a little piece of, like some of this, it just will go on the back. Whoops, wrong way. Like this, because because I want that on the front too. So I think I'm going to do it on the back. And I was kind of debating whether I should just go all the way around it. I think I like that. So if I'm going to do that, I probably don't need to clean the bottom, just the sides a little bit. And pull it up just a tiny bit there. I'm not going to worry too much more about it right now because I have no idea how it's going to be covered up. And I don't want to terrorize it if I don't have to. All right. Yeah. No sense terrorizing it if I don't have to. It's not my husband. He's always like, that's what you married me for, just to terrorize me, didn't you? Okay. And then that's going to go on this. I'm going to go ahead and snip these threads off. I don't want them there. And I want this to come down just a touch at the bottom. I want the full scallop off. I don't want it to be like halfway. I want it to be fully down. And I want this to be on both edges popping off. Popping off the edges there. And just like so. Here, let me see. If I get this straight, and it doesn't have to be exact, but I want it to be, you know, kind of close. So I want to pull my scallops to the same space coming down is what I'm trying to do here. So I'm using my grid on. I really do like this grid to work on for the most part. Unless I'm doing like really like mixed media stuff, I love this thing. I love the grid. What's hard is to clean the glue off of it. And I'm such a messy crafter. So I usually wait until my hands are pretty worn out, because when I'm done cleaning my mat, they're really gonna be worn out. Let's see, unless it's just too much. Oh, I just hate covering up all that. Covering it up. I hate losing all that lace right there. And part of me is like, if I glue down the edges, if I glue down the edges first, then I can come in and I can cut that piece out. Yeah, I just don't see the point in wasting it. I really just don't. I don't care how much that I have a lot of stuff. If I'm going to waste it, I would rather give it to somebody than just hide it. There. Set it. I'm not taking it back. I don't want to waste it. Okay. Let's see. So what I'll do is I'll start here. I'll glue the edges, and then I'll just go around and then I'll come back in and I'll take a chunk out. There I go, moving it around. Let's see, I want it to like that. And then I want this down like that. And I'm just gonna tap. I'm just gonna give it a light tap. I want that glue to dry. I want it to hold my lace, but I don't want it to, you know, come all the way through, like right there. Oh well. Now let's turn this girl around. Isn't she pretty so far? I mean, like, even that's pretty. If I wasn't putting something else underneath, wait a minute. Is that what it's gonna be? Did anybody already think about that? Put it underneath the lace, Sandra, put it underneath the lace. Then you don't waste the lace. You see the picture. I mean, it's already muted anyways, right? Is that what I'm doing? Oh my gosh, I'm like, I'm a loose cannon here. Okay, let's get that on there. Here, I want it to definitely be a picture. Do I lose the whole picture? Let's try this. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Man. Now I wish I didn't kill my mushroom page, because maybe this would have been the one. What I'm looking for is it to be a little bit brighter to come outside of the lace, or so to pop through the lace a little bit. Let me see. And I can always, so if I like the mushrooms, what I can do, I can go print, you know, another page. Actually, to be perfectly honest, I kind of like that. You know what? I actually have a whole bunch more that I printed that I forgot about. I'll be right back. All right, so when I was cleaning everything up, I found that I had already printed a ton of these kits before I went and bought more and printed more, decided what I wanted. So, like, let me tell you, like, I'm going through the ink. Now, my ink lasts forever because it's that Epson printer, but I'm going through my paper. I'm like, the paper is what's getting me now. And I bundled them in sections because I thought, I don't know what I'm going to do. So this has a purple paper clip. So that tells me that I may be using some of these pieces to make ephemera or other things for her journal. So I should just leave that alone. This one has a white paper clip. So that means it has no, it's not earmarked at all. Not even for just in case. It's not at all. I have, let's see. I seen that and I thought, you know what, maybe I should just make like a couple of small journals. Maybe, you know, I got tons of time. And then I remembered this one was printed on, is this my Red River paper? I don't know. It came out super vibrant, so I think it is. And I decided I didn't like it. But see, it has those black lines. Yeah, it's not, I don't know. I just don't know how to print properly. Let's see, is that too vibrant to come outside? Let's take that one out. If I didn't have that white edge, would that stand out though? Bright enough, and then with her on the other side. So my thing is I don't want to have it covered up where you're like, what's under there? But that's really pretty, isn't it? Makes you wonder, but actually I could even leave that white edge, couldn't I? Huh, let's see, there's that one. Here we go down the rabbit hole again. There's this one. If I was gonna do that, I need to look at the back as well. I like that. I'm not so much looking to see. I can tell that they're flowers. It has a brightness right there. I can tell there's a butterfly. Ooh, and then I've got the deep purples and the bluebird right there. Okay, this is the one. But what do you think? Do I need that white background? Does that help it or take away? Help or take away? Let's see. Okay, so since this is the one I want to use, maybe what I'll do is I will cut a different one down and see. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay. Yes, that's it. All right. Now, that's not the one, so I got to do it again. I want this one. So what I was saying is I could see all these flowers. I could see the butterfly just faintly, but I could definitely make it out. But I could tell that these were flowers coming up the side. And I could definitely see this bluebird, and I could see these shots of blue. And I think that's going to be very nice since I'm putting all this blue in here. Pretty. Now, since this is the one I want, please tear nicely. All right, so I'm gonna put that down. I don't think I actually need to ink the edges. I mean, you can kind of see that it's a break. Maybe I will. I'm gonna do it because you can't go back. I can't go back and change it after the fact. But I'm going to just use my dark ink there because it is dark enough, I feel. And it's brand new and I want to play with it. So there we go. Yeah, see, it's dark enough. So this is my ground espresso. I can't believe, so isn't that cute how Jason bought me Happy Meal? But this is my ground espresso. This is the Distress ink. This is not the oxide. You know what? Now that I'm doing this, I'm thinking, I didn't like that one that was high gloss when it was on top, but I wonder if the gloss would give it another like depth, another layer of depth if it was glossy. I don't know. I'm gonna lay that glossy side down just to see. It does not take more than a minute to gloss it up if that's the case. I think I'm gonna break down and buy myself some of that, I can't think of what it's called, but it's the stuff, like if I had it was clear and I put it all over that bird would look like a shiny, it would look like a piece of jewelry or something. I don't know. What's it called? There, I like that. So where's my shiny one really quick here? Okay, so if it was shiny, see, and I'm gonna see. Does that do anything? No, it just makes it look wet. It's not, and this isn't shiny. Okay, see, just don't know until you know. Just don't know until you know. All right, now my thing is this. I wanna make sure I get this crease here and that crease there. Okay, right there, that's where I want it. My husband, if he was here, he would say, measure my sides, and then I would know. But then I would have to tell him that just because I measured that doesn't mean that's where I'm gonna lay it down, because I don't know. I'm not the one in control here. My hands generally are, and they don't like to be told what to do. All right, so I'm gonna be gluing my paper down, and it's gonna be going partially on paper and partially on fabric. I don't want it to curl while I'm gluing it down. I'm kind of thinking that maybe it's gonna be under this fabric. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think I'm gonna try, and this, I think, well, this is so dirty and disgusting. This is my art glitter glue, and I think art glitter glue, doesn't it dry, can't talk. Lord have mercy, stop. Let's start this over. I'm going to just put this down. Just gonna use this. I just don't want it bubbling up when it's down. I want it to stay. There we go. And then I want this part here. So I'm gonna do, there's gonna be a lace on top of this. Whoops. I don't want glue all over my sweater. I already have paint on it that I can't get off. Yeah, looking pretty good. It's gonna be under this lace anyways. I don't know. I don't want to say like you can't tell, because maybe you will be able to. I don't know. And then we'll just do this. Oh, I didn't do all of this though. There we go. Okay. It's funny, no matter what I think I'm gonna do, it's never that. It's always something different. It's just the way it goes. Oops. I'm horrible with directions, so I don't understand them, even if I put them out there for myself. Whoops. Okay. That's freaking cool. All right. I love this so far. Okay. Something is tight here and I don't like it. All right. Let's do a little bit more glue here. Thought a spider was chasing me in here. It's black thread. This is pretty cool. This is so funny because I thought for sure I was going to be doing a bunch of black lace right here, but yeah, that's not what's happening. I'm going to be using some black lace in this, but this blue is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. See, I wish I had that clear stuff, because I think if I just put it on the butterfly and just put it on the bird, it might show up. But I don't have it. That's okay. You know, something to get. I'm not gonna wait to do this to get it, that's for sure. And I'm not gonna go and drive 3 hours to go get some, so there's that. Well, actually it would be 6 hours by the time I got home. Well, it would be 7 or 8 hours because I'd be shopping. I don't have that kind of time right now. I don't know what it's called. Is it liquid pearls? I need to figure out what it's called so I can order it. I want to get it though. I'm gonna go ahead and get my glue down here on the sides. So I'm just gonna go, I don't know if you can see, so I'm gonna go up the sides here where my paper is for now. That one, and then this one. I have these clips here too, but I don't know. I don't want to see that color. I wanted it to be plain. There we go. I like that. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? So that's the inside. And then this will go right here, but I want to do some stuff to the pages before I get the signature sewed in. I do need to glue that top. I'm just trying to decide how tight I want that. I don't think it needs to be that tight. Okay, let's get it down. Oh, I got a lot of glue there. Just can't mess with it now. It's already done. It's a done deal. It's all right. All right, I don't know if you can see that on the camera. I don't know. Oh, man, it does come through good, doesn't it? It's really cool. I like it. It looks very boho-ish, I think. Oh, my gosh. It's going to be so pretty. It already is so pretty. Okay, I need to do some things to the pages. I'll be doing that off camera because it's going to be a lot of sewing and things like that, and I'm not positive on every little thing I'm doing. But I think I need to let this dry before I continue on. But we do have the bulk of that cover done. I'm so excited about that. And then the next hardest part about the cover for me is really, like, once this is down, like, what am I going to do to decorate it? I do really like this piece here. I think it adds a lot of personality to it. I do like that. And then a label. I mean, it doesn't have to be like a super pizzazzy thing, does it? I don't know, maybe. All right. All right, my friends, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed this process as much as I did. There we go. There we have it. It's done. No, it's done. Mandy is done. No, I think I have, I really like how this cover is coming out. Let me know what you think about it. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoy all your moments, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.